Hi everyone, how are you? I don't know about the rest of you, but for a lot of people in my life, including myself, it has been a week. Oh my gosh. So I managed to heal up from the toe that I closed in the car door, managed to break, just to fall down the stairs and give myself a concussion. Yeah, it's definitely been a week, so I had to take some time to kind of heal up and reground myself and stuff like that. I'm a bit of a klutz, so sometimes I just get a little too hurried and things happen. So I'm kind of used to it by now, but and taking the time to heal is always a really great thing. I mean, mentally and physically, One of the things that I've been hearing a lot, especially from Aaron Doughty, is, detachment equals magnetism, magnetize yourself has been good enough to remind me that I do need to take the time to kind of ground myself and, take things a little bit slower and understand that, I need to take things at my own pace sometimes, especially around this time. A friend of mine was good enough to remind me that Mercury is in retrograde right now. So, and while I usually don't keep up with those types of things, I, do believe that, putting your crystals out during a full moon helps recharge them and cleanse them and such. But I've had too many incidences when Mercury was in retrograde to discount the ability of it. So, and I know a lot of my friends and people that I know have been feeling a lot of extra energies, heavy energies, anxieties, and things of that sort. That kind of brings me back to what Aaron Doughty was saying about, detachment equals magnetism. It's one of those things that sometimes you need to bring the energy back into yourself and take the time to slow down and meditate and things like that. And, people are just going to have to wait. They're going to have to be patient with you. These things are necessary for your healing, for your sanity, for crying out loud. We've got a lot of things going on right now, and a lot of people are kind of feeling that natural urge to start, kind of storing up for the winter that's coming, but one of the things is that, you've got to be true to yourself. You've got to be authentic to yourself. And you've got to take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of you, how are you going to take care of anybody else? That's one of the things that I've been trying to get through to my friends, is that you need to bring the energy back to you and reground and recenter and things like that. And if anybody can't give you the patience and the time that you need, maybe they just don't deserve to be around you, or maybe they need to take the time for themselves and, kind of reconstruct things within themselves, and maybe you guys can come together at a later point. You've got to take the time to rest. You've got to take the time to ground. It's essential. I mean, look at me. Yeah, I missed the ground and wound up with a concussion. Sorry, bad joke. But, I mean, especially in this time, you know, like I said, with Mercury being in retrograde and the energies being so chaotic and heavy and things like that. I'm reminded of a quote that my daughter loves from her TV show, The Flash. And that's, there are 4 rules you have to remember. 1, make the plan. 2, execute the plan. 3, expect the plan to go off the rails. And 4, throw away the plan completely. I mean, and it really is so hard to take that deep breath and just trust yourself to know that, you know, as I've said before, you are stronger than, you know, than you realize. You've already survived these things. This comes around at least once a year. So you've been through this chaos. You've been through this anxiety. You know, you are strong enough. Trust yourself to know that you will get through this. And if things work out, that's awesome. If they don't work out, okay. You know, one of the things that Aaron Dowdy said is, you know, it's kind of one of those ideals that you got to be good either way. You know, things are going to work out either way. If they, you know, aren't working out exactly the way that you're expecting them to, it happens. It's going to happen. It has happened before, okay? That things didn't quite work out the way that you expected them to. But they did work out in a way that did help you grow and did help you, you know, experience new things. And you got to come out with the understanding that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And there are so many things that have not killed you, and you are so much stronger for it. You know, be true to yourself, be authentic with yourself, and take care of yourself. You've got to. You know, treat yourself every once in a while. You do deserve it, you know. And just remember that when you put your energy out there and when you lose yourself in the anxiety and the chaos and things like that, you're losing your power. You've got to bring it back to you. Take the time to say, no, not right now. I will do it later, but not right now. This is being authentic with yourself. This is being true to yourself. Bring the energies back to yourself and nurture yourself. Because like I said, if you don't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of other people? You know, I know that a lot of you watching this, that is your goal. You want to take care of people. You want to help people. You know, or things, you know, not necessarily even people, just you want to help. You want to help the planet. You want to help animals. You want to help, you know, plants, things like that. You are a nurturer. You are a light in this darkness. Don't let that light diminish. You know, that's one of the things that Magnetize Yourself reminds me of whenever I listen to her. She's constantly reminding me that I am incredibly strong, that I am, you know, the light for a lot of people. But, you know, like my good friend Rhiannon usually tells me, you can't pour from an empty cup. So you've got to make sure that you replenish that cup, and you replenish, your own stability, your own grounding, Take the time for it, please. Because you do deserve it. You do deserve that stability. You do deserve that grounding, And sometimes you've got to willingly take it. Sometimes you've got to stand up for yourself. Fight for yourself, Be your own advocate, And trust me, I know, this is harder. This is much, much easier said than done. I've been there. And trust me, it's very hard to actually take that into account. A lot of people have those, especially people who have dealt with PTSD, anxiety, depression, things of that sort. Anybody who's dealt with a narcissistic situation, they will have that ingrained in their mind that maybe I don't deserve this. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not worthy of, the things that I want, the things that I need. I need to take care of everybody else. Please, take a moment. Take a breath. Be your own advocate. Stand up for yourself. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of light. And you are worthy of stability. And you need those things in order to truly live. Please understand you are worth fighting for. I know it's hard. Trust me, I know it's hard. I fight with myself constantly about it as well. From the abuse that I've endured, I was constantly told that I was only worth the money that I brought in. And that's not an easy mindset to fight, but it can be fought. You are worthy. You are deserving just by being you. Just for the things that you do for yourself. That you are leading people by example, by showing people how to truly live and thrive and understand yourself. But you've got to do that by leading by example, by showing people, look, you can achieve this. Watch me. Show people you can do that. That's the best gift that you can give to yourself and anybody else. The fact that you can sit there and say, I get you. I've been there. This is what I did to heal. Essentially, that's what these messages from me are, is the idea that this is what I did to heal. This is what I did to overcome the hardships that I've overcome in my life. And I'm still working at it. I'm still, trying. I'm still out there. And, I'm still learning, still growing. So if you have any suggestions for me, if you have any advice, I would be more than welcome. Starting a dialogue would be phenomenal. Meditation is phenomenal. I do yoga. I try to do it every night. I do yoga and things like that, and meditation to help kind of calm my brain. And it's hard because your brain keeps going, well, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. Okay, I get that. And the thing is don't try to push that away. Don't try to forget about that. Just remind yourself that You can and will get it done. But right now, you need to rest. You need to surrender and understand that it will get taken care of. You know, if not by you, trust the people around you. Very, very hard to do, especially in a narcissistic relationship situation. I know. But you can do it. You have done it before, so you can do it again. So trust yourself. Trust that things will work out in your favor. If not by the relationship, then by other people who want to help you. You know, one of the things that Aaron Dowdy brings up a lot in his videos is the idea that this anxiety, this depression, this, urgency, a lot of people are sitting there going, how do I get rid of it? How do I get rid of it? And it's one of those things that, think of that as a part of you. Think of that as your inner child. You know, put that into an embodiment in your imagination of a child. You wouldn't tell a child, how do I get rid of you? No, you would accept that part. You would accept that child and help it grow and help it become better, right? Think of that part of yourself as that child. Help it grow. Nurture it. Love it. Because that is a part of you. Only then will you be able to understand the entirety of yourself and start bringing yourself together. Take that time to understand. Of course you're going to be anxious. Of course you're going to be, depressed sometimes. Of course you're going to be insane sometimes. It's part of being human. It's part of being who you are. You're going to have those doubts, that despair. Of course you are. We all do. You know what? That we all do. Be understanding with yourself. Be nurturing to yourself. Love yourself. Take some time to do something special for yourself, even if it's just, my favorite, of course, is a nice cup of tea, a little bit of yoga, a little bit of side practice. Just take some time to be yourself and love yourself and nurture yourself. It's not your job to make everybody else happy. It's your job to make you happy. So take some time. Please. You deserve it. Till next time.